大丈夫死んでもまた生き返れるさな RTA の第5部、始まるよー。前回、頭をかち割られる前に、壺をかち割ってやりました。今回は、上着に防塵性能をエンチャントします。カウントダウンが。
死にたくない死にたくない
死にました
Are you alright?
問題ない。
Isn't there any way you can avoid being stabbed to death? What about putting something like an iron plate under your clothing? And if you make good use of that, perhaps... Please, make a good job of it.
じゃあ、もう一回。さて、時間は遡り、視察される1時間前へと飛ばされました。ホムンクルス君のアドバイスでは、服の下に鉄板でも仕込んだら、とのこと。転送機君も応援してくれているので、近くで原動隊を補充しつつ、新たに出現した転送先へ、とりあえず行ってみましょ。クオクオは？どうやら100年前のようですね。まずは情報収集。美術館の前で立ちんぼしてるおっさんに、話を聞いてみます。
Oh, yes? Do you work at this museum? Museum?
What? This building is a...
This is my home. We've been here for generations. As the descendants of the regional squire. Now. First it was my parents, now my wife. All in such short time. That leaves just myself and the two children in this castle of a house. You're right, it's too large for just the three of us. Perhaps it ought to be a museum, just as you say.
I'm sorry.
No, I didn't mean that as sarcasm. Don't be offended. Actually, I'm grateful for the advice. To tell you the truth, I'd been thinking that I should just get rid of this house. Too many memories of my wife to bring me sorrow. But a museum, that's something I haven't thought of. Maybe a good thing, a museum. Perhaps this is meant to be. There are enough pictures in that collection of my forebears. It seems he had an artist he favored.
You mean Carl Franson?
How did you know that? Are you checking into this house? I don't remember telling anyone that it was for sale yet.
No, please don't misunderstand. It's just that I happen to like his paintings. And it's not like, you know...
Well, all right then. I've made up my mind anyway. I'll turn a part of this building into a private museum and open the collection of paintings to the public. That way I can take care of the children while I work. Besides, I know that there's at least one admirer of Carl Franson's work. All right, that's what I'll do. I owe you many thanks. By the way, allow me to introduce myself, if somewhat belatedly. My name is Alfred Brum.
Nice to meet you. I'm Ike Kush.
I'm grateful to you, Ike. Come inside. We'll have tea or something.
Okay.
Ooh, sorry.
He's just gone to sleep, finally.
All right, then. Come out by yourself, Sybil. Will you make tea for our guest?
If I must. Here you go.
Ah, thank you for the tea, dear. Oh, yes, I should tell my sweet Sibylla. I've decided to turn this house into a museum. What do you think?
Whatever you decide is always good enough for me.
Thank you. I was a little afraid that you'd object.
Oh, it's much, much better than selling this house.
I see. I'm sorry I made you worry that much. I know. Let's have a photograph taken. If we're going to start a museum, we'll need to renovate. We'll all get a picture taken with the house before then. Please join us, Ike. There's no time like the present. I'm going to fetch the photographer this instant.
Mr. Franson? This early in the morning?
Franson?
Oh, yes, he's descended from the painter Carl Franson. Maybe that's why he's a photographer. He's a good friend of mine. I can count on him to come if I need him. Just wait a little while. Sibylla, you hold the fort and watch the baby, please.
Of course. Did you persuade Father not to sell the house?
No, I didn't do anything like that. This is something your father decided on his own.
Oh, I see. But I'm awfully glad that the house won't be sold. Oh, it's coming undone here. Give it to me. I'll mend it for you.
What? Oh, that's okay.
Don't worry. I may look little, but I can do anything. Everything besides cooking, that is. That's for Father to wear in the festival soon. I sewed that too, so don't be shy. Are you cold? If you are, just put that costume over you. I'll be done soon. They're almost done. You do look funny. It suits you. Let's have the picture taken like that.
終わったら部屋から出ますが、ここは価値ではなく、転送機を使おうとしましょう。すると少女の目を気にしてか、自動で退出してくれるので、徒歩移動分の時間を短縮できます。
I'm sorry, but I have something I need to do, so see you soon.
一般人の目の前で、転送なんてするわけにはいかないからね。では、玄関の原動体を拾いつつ、街へと繰り出しましょ。ちなみに、原動体の数は、章をまたいで引き継がれます。そして、全パートのホムンクルス君の試練により、一旦ゼロにされているので、後に訪れる、ルート分岐よりも前に、ストックをたくさんできるとオマージです。現在向かっているのは、先ほど話題にも上がった写真屋です。アルフレッドとフランセンに会いに行く、というわけではなく、
そういったところで歩きやすいようにサーバルは細長い個体で、あと耳も大きいので、遠くの音を聞こえるように、ジャンプ力ですかね。
はい、看板ゲット。本チャートでは、こいつでケツを守ります。鉄板も手に入ったので、すぐに現代へ帰ってもクリアなのですが、辞書で必要となるくず肉を、このタイミングで入手しておきましょう。
Hello. Looking for some meat? If you want some scrap meat, help yourself.
サンキューお嬢さん。君のお肉、とっても美味しそうだよ。じゃ帰りましょ。 戻ると運命の時間になっているので、即座に看板を使用しよう。
I guess I managed to escape thanks to this thing.
またしを回避できたはいいものの、このままでは防戦一方。次回からは、犯人の手がかりを得るべく、過去へ現在へと東奔西走し今回はここまでです。ご視聴ありがとうございました。
おまけのコーナー。
4章までに、何にも持ってない状態から、フライパンを入手してみましょう。まず、シビラちゃんとの会話後、椅子の上の手紙巻き卵を拝借します。
Isn't that an interesting egg? Father bought it for me the other day. There's paper inside it, and you can write letters on there. But I don't need it anymore. You can have it.
How come?
I was gonna write, "Please don't sell the house," and give it to Father. But now that he said he's not going to let the house go, it's all right.
Isn't there an iron plate?
An iron plate? What do you want something like that for?
Well, I just kind of need one.
There's nothing like that here. What is it for? Do you need to grill something?
No, nothing like that. Hey, wait a second.
What is it?
A frying pan. Do you have a frying pan? Oh, you must have one.
No. When Mother died, Father had all her things taken away. So we only eat what the housekeeper brings nowadays. No one will let me cook yet, you see.
Oh.
But cafes and restaurants must have lots of frying pans.
You're right. Good thinking, Sibylla.
You're welcome. But it's too early for any of the shops to be open.
Oh, come to think of it, there was a bunch of frying pans in the bar where that fire was during the day.
What is it?
It's okay. Can I borrow something to write with? And can I use this too? All right. Now it's a question of whether I can make it to that time. Sorry, there's something I have to take care of.
「こうして現代へ戻ったら、広場でお手玉を使いましょう。
Wonder if this worked. I'm pretty sure this is where I saw the juggler. There I am. Listen to me talking about no worries. What on earth? There's something in here. Please, let it work. There's a letter inside. To Ike, please get something like a thick iron plate. What the?
You've got a frying pan already?
Oh, that. It's a long story.
このようにして、過去の自分にフライパンを入手させます。両方は
I'm
看
sorry,
板
but
と
I
同
have
じ。
something I need to do, so see you soon.
お次は、フライパンもしくは看板を入手し、かつ記念撮影をすると、追加されるイベントです。
I guess I managed to escape thanks to this thing. But this guy, he looks exactly like the street performer that gave me the letter.
You see, that street performer is you, but of course from a different time.
What does this mean?
It means that you were stabbed to death because you didn't have the iron plate and decided to somehow find an iron plate before the appointed time of death.
By ordering me to get an iron plate before I got attacked?
That's right.
This is making my head spin. For one thing, I don't remember anything like that. And nothing about writing that egg letter.
I suppose that's true. Fate branches out into many paths, but a person can only choose one of them. And the tracks left on that path wear down grooves that become memories. But what you're doing right now is experiencing just the end results of different forks. If you shift around in your own timeline again and again, this kind of thing is bound to happen. Think about it. If you didn't travel back in time, you shouldn't have any memories other than those of receiving a letter from a mystery man, acquiring a metal sign because of that letter by pure chance, and having your life saved by the same store sign because of an amazing coincidence, and a chance occurrence of someone who looks exactly like the mystery man being in that photograph. That's all, isn't it? Of course, the odds are rather astounding.
I'm not sure whether I got it all or not.
Now there's no need to force yourself to understand. Things sometimes happen that even I don't understand.
Okay then, what happened to the me that wrote the letter in that egg?
I can't tell you, except to say somewhere on the crossroads of an infinite number of possible outcomes. Well, let's try an analogy. It may seem trivial, but suppose you're in a cafe trying to decide between coffee and tea. The you that chooses coffee after a long deliberation and the you that chooses tea actually both exist. Except that your fates diverge at that point, and there is no way either of you can ever know what happened to the other one. If we suppose that the you that chose coffee then can't decide whether to put cream in...
I think I'm okay. So you mean that the Ike who chose coffee caught a peek at the continuation of Ike who chose tea in a way?
Something like that. If you hadn't had a metal sign back there, well then, there would have been a you that found one, or something like it, at any cost. That's all there is to it. So...
以上、ホムンクルス先生の世界線講座でした。